I'll explain you about the features of Nexus and NX OS. Right now I have two devices. This one is Nexus 7K and this one is Nexus 5K. So we'll talk about these unique things about NX OS and this Nexus hardware. We know that till now we have been studying about iOS and various Cisco platforms like 4500, 2900 or 6500. But this is very different. This is known as Nexus operating system, NXOS. So since it's different, there are many features which you will only find here, and those will not be there in the iOS. First thing is the licenses. So in the iOS, like let's say 6500, we simply install the iOS, it works. There is no such case of license. But in Nexus, when you have the device, you need to have the license in place to be able to use all of the feature or feature set. Let's let's start it. The command to check the license is show license. It will give you detail about all of the licenses which have been installed. Like this is the license, this is the second license, okay, and this is the third license. So in case you want to get brief detail of it, you can use show license brief. There are 4 license files which have been installed into this device. Similarly, on the Nexus platform, Nexus 5K actually, you can use the same command, show license or show license brief. It has 3 and this one has 4. And now you want, if you want to install the license, how you can do it? Okay, first of all, you need to copy the file into boot flash or in USB, or there should be external memory slot. Okay, you can copy it there. The file which ends with the name .lic is your license file. You can also see it here. That will be your license file. So let's say that I have got this license. Let's find out dir boot flash. You can see that there are many files present here. Okay, I can see that there are 2 license files which are available. So let me install this one, or let's say I want to install this license file, though it is already installed, that I know, but let's see the procedure to install it. It's very simple. Okay, uh, command is install license, give the path, is it boot flash or slot 0 or it's USB 1 or 2 question mark. Okay, I have actually boot flash. Also note this thing, if you select USB, doesn't mean the USB of your laptop, it's the USB which is connected on the hardware. Alright, install license, then let's say boot flash / use question mark. You will see sup local sup active. It means the supervisor engine where I am right now. It's the active one. Local is also same. Both are same. I'll use sup active. Now question mark. You can see these many files are available. I want to install this file. I'll simply use MDS and see. I'll use MDS and then we'll use tab. Okay, now you can see that there are 2 options available. I want to install this license, so I will just use 2.1 and it will complete the file name. I will hit enter. It will give error message because the file is already present. License file already exists. Please use a different name for the new license. This is the way you can install the license. Okay. Similarly on this one, 5K also has same command. Let's try it. Install license boot flash whatever. Okay, and Now the question is, what in case you do not have license and you've got this device? You tell Cisco that I will buy this device, but I'll test all the features for 2-3 months. Please give me a dummy device or any Nexus test Nexus 7K in case they have it. So they say that if you've got the hardware, Nexus hardware, and you don't have the license, don't worry. We have grace period for you. Enable that grace period. That period will be for 120 days. After 120 days, your all the features will cease, will stop. You need to buy a license by that time. So, how to enable that? What is the drawback? First drawback is that the VDC will be default only. You cannot create VDCs in that. That's the only drawback that I have. In fact, that I know. Uh, you have to use your default VDC to perform all the functions, all the features. So how to enable it? Go to config mode and license and grace period. This command doesn't work from the privilege mode. It doesn't work. But that install license command works from both, from this one as well as from the config mode. But you will not be able to use the tab in the config mode. So you have to use privilege mode for installing the license, but for installing the grace period you need to use this config mode. Okay, it will enable, but since we already have got licenses, so that's the reason this command will be of no use to us. Similarly, on the Nexus 5K, license grace period enable, it will work. Now you can check show license. Actually it won't give you any detail about the grace period. So this is all about the licensing in Nexus OS. Now we'll talk about the features. Friends, anything that you want to use, you need to have the relevant feature enabled. Feature is as good as having the services enabled. It is not like iOS, it is very different. In case you want to run OSPF or BGP or EIGRP or interface SVI, switched virtual interfaces, you need to have the feature enabled. Let's try it. I'm going to create layer 3 VLAN 88. See, there is error message because feature is not enabled. We need to enable the feature. Feature space what? Interface VLAN. Hit enter. It will enable the feature. Interface VLAN 88. It is now created. I can configure the IP address. Let's see. See, earlier it was not working. Similarly, if I want to create router BGP 100, it will not work. Actually, it has worked because I have already enabled the feature. So let me show something else to you. Let me see features first. Show feature. You can see enable, disable, enabled, and these are disabled. Okay, ISIS is disabled. This is enabled. Okay, OSPF is disabled. Let's use router OSPF1. Okay, now we need to enable feature. Feature space OSPF. Router OSPF1. See, now it is working. You can even check from the show run OSPF. You'll find it here. That's the special thing. Also note one more thing. Show feature. You can create 4 instances of OSPF for IPv4 and 4 for IPv6. Okay, that's means though you can have any number of OSPF on routers, but this Nexus has this limitation. You need to use only those instances which are available. Similarly for RIP, ISIS as well, 4 interface VLAN, obviously it's only 1. BGP, we know that only one BGP instance can be created on a router, so that's the reason we have only one. But this is for your information. Okay, in case you want to enable MPLS, then that is not a feature. Actually, that's a feature set. That's basically a technology. Okay, show feature set. See, it is right now actually uninstalled. Also fabric path, that is also part of feature set. So you have to enable feature set for these things to work. Fax MPLS, fabric channel over Ethernet. Similarly on the Nexus 5K platform, it is almost same. You can see that OSPF, you want to use OSPF router OSPF 1, it won't work. You know it very well. Feature space OSPF and okay, no available license. Okay, like I told you, you also need to have license in place. First thing is license, then feature. That's the reason. So we don't have any license for that. But anyways, we have that in Nexus 7K. So we've discussed about licenses, features, and feature set. So friends, I hope that it's been informative to you, and I would like to thank you for viewing. Have a nice day.